Hey guys, good morning. Today's June 14th, 2025. This is the Uncommon News Channel. Today I'm heading out on the streets here in El Paso to see if we can get some footage of these protests that are scheduled. Here in my neck of the woods, they're scheduled to start at 11 a.m. today, all the way down there by the airport. So I'm gonna go down there, see if I can get some footage, go ahead and post it afterwards. And I would encourage you guys to do the same. You know, I'm not sure if you caught it, but yesterday, Congresswoman Ana Paulina Luna gave a impromptu kind of press briefing, and she stated very clearly that these protests are being funded by the Chinese Communist Party. They said that they've connected a Chinese billionaire to the NGOs that are funding this No Kings protest today all across the nation. And so she very clearly stated that this is a foreign influence operation, okay? And as such, I mean, depending on who you talk to, my personal opinion, it's an act of war. So, you know, whether or not it actually is from the CCP or from George Soros or Bill Gates funded NGOs, I don't know. I've heard all of that, okay? I've heard it all. I can't verify any of it. What I do know is that we want a reason. The United States is looking for a reason to attack anybody and everybody, right? So on this flag day or potentially false flag day, you need to be out there with your cameras getting in every single person's face that's in that crowd. You need to be getting photos of every single person in these protests and publicly plastering their face all over the internet. Why? Because that's the way to transparency. You can't wait for ABC to plaster the faces of people that are associated with their donors, right? You can't expect CNN to do investigative journalism for you anymore. Those days are gone. You got to get out there and do it yourself. If you want to get evidence of who's flying into your area and causing all this ruckus, you got to go do it yourself. So I beg you guys, go out there, bring your most high definition camera with you, and zoom into every single one of their freaking faces, whether they have a mask or not. Let the high definition film work. Let it do its job. And then the idiot savants on the internet will do facial recognition whether those people have a mask on or not. Let them do their graphic wizardry. Okay? You just go out there and get the pictures, and then plaster them all over the internet however and wherever you can. Okay? That's the way we fight back, all right? We're allowed to do that. It's very clear that it's a public area, right? Public property. You're allowed to film. You're allowed to film anything you want on public property. So just stay on the sidewalk and start filming. You know. So, anyways, guys, I wanted to throw that out there. If I go live today, it's for a reason. It's because there's something worth going live about. If I don't go live, you'll see me just post some footage if there's any footage to post. I might put pictures on my community section or something like that. So be on the watch for that. I'm also on Twitter, same name on Twitter. So if you want to find me on there and look for stuff that I might post on there, because you know, if I get a short video clip, I might post it on X and not on YouTube. So you want to follow me on X, you can just look up my name, you'll see me there. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off of here for now. I'm gonna drive to the airport and see if there's any footage I can get. So stay tuned for more. If you see me go live, please hop in, because I'm probably gonna need some of my mods to handle the ridiculousness that's gonna arise from me going live. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna post a video of what Ana Paulina Luna said in this to this member of the press the other day. Watermarks to the TikToker that posted this original video is going to be somewhere in the bottom right or left corner or something. So if you want to go follow that person on TikTok or whatever, it's right there. Anyways, guys, without further ado, I'll get off here. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And as always, don't forget, help out your neighbors.
Oh, I've talked to you before. Yeah, sure. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm just stepping out real quick.
What are you hearing so far from the governor?
Say again?
From the governor's side.
I think that there are a lot of people that are afraid of criminal referrals right now, because you hear what they're saying. They're saying that right now that they are opposed to, violence against law enforcement, that they're opposed to all of these riots, yet you see what they've done from a policy perspective, and I think that it's quite the opposite. So, look, I've been very vocal right now. We know for a fact that these riots are absolutely tied to an individual by the name of Neville Singham. We are actually issuing a letter from oversight with all the members asking for financials as well as him to come in and testify. He's a billionaire donor that's actually tied to the Communist Chinese Party and spends part of his year in Shanghai. So this timing of this hearing, I think it's definitely serendipitous because it is correlated to some of the investigations that we are launching. But make no mistake, this is a different DOJ, a different administration, and we will be bringing criminal charges if they don't come to testify and provide us with evidence.
Will you be providing criminal referrals for these governors to the DOJ?
What I can tell you is I personally would like to talk with them first before I do that. You guys saw what I did last time. I went through a line of questioning, but I do believe that some of these individuals, specifically with Tim Walz, he does have some significant ties to the Communist Chinese Party. You've seen that with all of his, actually when he was a school teacher, that they actually funded his trips. He's been there from everywhere, his own admission, 15 to 30 times. So look, I'm all for bipartisanship on securing the border. Barack Obama deported a lot of people, and he had the same positions that modern day Republicans have on immigration in regards to a strong stance on it. However, what we're seeing right now is exactly what happened in the summer of love that they call it, the BLM riots, just a different ethnic class. Are using Hispanic Americans. A lot of these riders are actually being given Mexican flags. They're not actually Mexican. What I will tell you is we're not going to allow that to happen to our community. Look, I'm the first Mexican American woman elected to the House of Representatives from the state of Florida. I vehemently oppose what's happening, and I think that it's wrong to be race baiting right now. That's exactly what's happening.
Can you worry that these protests are going to happen nationwide?
Oh, they are happening nationwide, and we are following the money trail. And what I can tell people is there's absolutely a foreign influence and element to this, and this is exactly why, instead of just putting this solely on Democrats, there's a lot of low information, low propensity people right now that are not fully understanding the bigger outside influence operation that's being run here. And I highly encourage you guys to look what Chris Coleman said on this.
Can I just ask you, though, about what the governors are saying about sanctuary policies? What they're saying is it does comply with federal law because local authorities will cooperate with ICE if ICE presents a criminal warrant.
Well, they're at the same time, though, undermining their own arguments in that, because they're saying that right now what the administration has done is from a militarized perspective. But what I would argue is when you have outside organizations, by the way, we will be bringing a vote on classifying Antifa as a terrorist organization. When you have these outside influence operations, these are not American citizens. These are foreign governments that are using bad actors, sometimes paid, in an effort to disrupt, destroy business, and actually cause civil unrest in this country. And so this is a very interesting time. Americans are not our enemy, but when you have people infiltrating our own government, using our own policies against us, and then you have elected officials that are being irresponsible in their own research as to who's funding these organizations. Tim Walz is actually speaking at the No Kings protest on June 14th. He's going to be speaking this month. He's here to testify in front of us. Maybe he's being willfully ignorant in this, but maybe he's just ignoring the fact that there's a Chinese influence operation going on here. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Again, different Congress. It's not strongly worded letters. There will be punitive action if these people do not produce documentation.
Can I get a sense of what you want to ask these governors, though, with respect to sanctuary policies?
I'm not going to tell you because I want you to watch what I have to say. Thank you, guys. All right, come on, guys. Sorry.
Venom flows, life erased wherever they go. Deserts